Good morning. It is Friday morning. First morning here in Warsaw. I realize this room is a bit echoey, but it's really early. It's 6 o'clock, 5:50. I'm so excited to see the city. Pretty cool view from my room. I think today is gonna just be my main, like, just getting to know the city, exploring the city, seeing what I can find day. And then tomorrow I think I'm going to do specific things like walk the Warsaw ghetto and go to the palace. I think those are the things I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to maybe try to go to the English bookstore today. I'm going to walk this main boulevard. I think they call it the Palace Way or the Royal Way. I think they call it the Royal Way. I'm going to try to do that today. I need a coffee. I'm going to see if there's a Starbucks right across the street, but I think there's also a coffee shop around the corner. I'm going to see if they're open. I can just go grab a coffee real quick. And then I think for like until about 8, I think I'm just going to do a little bit of reading and then get going. So I'm going to go see if I can find some coffee, wash my hair, and then let's get going. Warsaw. Yes. All right, so I got a few pastries at this. That was so cute. It was really small. I felt a little awkward taking a lot of video in there, but it's so cute. Girl, everyone speaks English. So nice. And I feel so bad about that, but it is what it is. And you'll probably hate me for this now, but I want to sit and get a little bit of reading done, and I didn't want to do it in there because it's pretty small. I'm gonna go over here to Starbucks, get a coffee, and enjoy these pastries and do a little bit of reading. I feel guilty already about this, but I'm gonna enjoy myself this trip. That was 55 zloty, which is a little over $10. A little pricey for 3 pastries, but that's like a really nice place. We'll go over here and see how expensive a Starbucks coffee is in Poland. Like, rarely do I ever ask people in Germany if they speak English. I just speak German, and then if I have trouble, I ask if they speak English. But here I just start off with, do you speak? I don't even try to say it in Polish because I can't. Okay, $5.50 for a grande caramel macchiato is definitely cheaper here than it is in Germany. Yeah, for sure. It's hot in here. I haven't had a Starbucks in a while. Pretty good. This pastry is delicious. I got this like brioche bread with like raspberries and almond cream. It's delicious. And then I got a chocolate one. I'll show you. Got a pistachio one, I think. Yeah. Or I got a regular croissant and then a pistachio one. I got the raspberry one instead of the chocolate one. I'm gonna sit here and read for a little bit and then take my computer home and get to exploring. Fortunately, my croissant got some pistachio cream on it, so I'm gonna try to get part without any, so I can get the full experience of the croissant. It's a pretty good croissant, very light, but crispy and doughy on the inside, chewy. Just as good as most I've had in Paris. It's good. I'm gonna say it. This is a controversial statement. French pastries are delicious, but you can get pastries just as good anywhere around the world. They are not unique. I said it. Parisian pastries are not unique. Not anymore. Third and final pastry I got, this like croissant with pistachio. It looked really good. Let's try it. It's hard to eat. Oh my gosh, I think it's so messy. Oh, and there's cream in the middle. It's getting all over my finger.
Oh my god. That pistachio cream is insane. I think there might also be peanuts. Oh, that's so good. This is more sugar than I've had in 2 months in like one bite. So good.
I thoroughly enjoyed my coffee at Starbucks. I know Starbucks isn't for everybody and it's generic and blah blah blah, but I like it sometimes. It's still kind of early. I'd like to wait for it to warm up a little bit before I get out. It's only 8. I think I'm gonna sit here in my room and read for another 30 minutes or so and then get out walking. I'm having a slow time getting started today, but I definitely am gonna get out in a bit. It's so cold. It's like 2 degrees. So I'm trying to wait for it to warm up just a little bit before I get out, because it's supposed to warm up to like 11 or 12. So if I dress for 2 and then I've got to be prepared for it to be 12, you know what I mean? I'm trying to like wait for it to get a little warmer and then I'll get out. So I'm gonna sit here, finish this article I'm reading, and then we'll get going. I decided to get out, and apparently the sun decided to go home, and it's sprinkling. God damn it. I can't avoid this, can I? I'm gonna have to get an umbrella, but that's okay. We're gonna head to the Palace Way. Gotta figure out how to get there. I don't think it's very far, for like 20-minute walk, I think. I'm just gonna walk. We'll figure out public transportation eventually, but right now, just gonna walk. I had to get myself another coffee at this little coffee shop. I should have recorded it. I'm getting bad about that. I got a flat white. Honestly, it's better. It's better than the caramel macchiato. Always is. I don't know why I do that, but whatever. I am not quite sure what this little box is underneath this building, this little walkthrough. No idea. Oh, this is cool. These buildings are so big, massive. Reminds me of Karl Marx Alley in Berlin. It's really what it reminds me of. I forgot, this flat white was like €2.25. It's pretty cheap here, guys. There's a lot of commemoration of resistance here. Resistance from German occupiers, resistance from the Soviet Union, resistance from the Russian Empire, pre-World War I, and then post-World War I. Poland became a country again after it was divided between the Prussians and the Austrians in the 1700s. My knowledge of that time, this area of that time frame, is pretty weak. But yeah, lots of resistance memorials. I think that's the second one I've seen so far. I think the general that we saw on the big column was a Polish resistance general. So it's a very interesting city for sure. My soundtrack for today's wandering is Motionless in White Radio. Had some really good stuff on here from Bring Me the Horizon, Breaking Benjamin, As I Lie Dying. It's quite good. You know, if you ever want my playlist, these aren't my playlists, they're just pop up on my Spotify. But if you want to listen to the music I listen to, send me a message. Maybe I'll post some links to my Spotify lists. I don't know. If something you're interested in, let me know. These streets are so wide. Another memorial to resistance. So this is a memorial to
attorneys and applicants of the Warsaw bar that fell in battle and murdered in the extermination. I will tell you, Google Translate not as good as DeepL, but DeepL does not have the camera translation for Polish. That's the only reason I'm using Google Translate. That's fascinating. So that was attorneys, members of the bar, who were murdered by the Nazis, either in resistance or in the camps. Wow. Memory is everywhere, my friends. And this is why I study memory. How people remember things. How societies are built on these memories. This is what gets my juices flowing. This isn't a memorial to resistance, but I think this is a memorial to the state of Poland, the nation. Google Translate can't read it. My thinking is, so the state of Poland did not exist prior to 1918 in the form that it did in 1918. There was a kingdom of Poland until it was divided between the Austrian Empire and the Prussian Empire, but then it was from 1918 to 1939. It was a nation state. When the Nazis and the Soviets invaded in 39, it ceased to exist. I mean, I think this is saying in 1944, after liberation, it existed again. Google Translate's not being any help with this, so, but that's my guess. So you know I'm going to go in all the churches that I see. This will be no exception. I haven't even gotten my main camera out. I'm just enjoying this and just enjoying walking around, talking to you guys. This is more fun to me than having to do like a planned video, I guess. Maybe I'll just do this the whole trip. There's no rule saying I have to do a video about my whole weekend in Berlin, in Warsaw, or what foods I ate. Nothing says I have to do these things. Why do I put myself in these boxes? So this church was built in 1818, or yeah, 1818. A new church was built, and then it was damaged in 39, and then during the Warsaw Uprising, the church became the target of air raids of German bombers. 9 destroyed the dome, right belfry, and main aisle. It was rebuilt in 1952. Wow, really cool. So we've got to be close to where the ghetto was. I'm gonna do a tour of the ghetto. There's nothing left of it, but they have a path, like a way, a route. I guess the route of remembrance that I'm gonna check out. Probably do that tomorrow. I'll do that walk tomorrow, I think. Right, there were people in there like praying. It seemed like a neighborhood church. Plus, it was been rebuilt, so it's not like touristy old. But it's really interesting here, though, where this is. Yeah, I mean, I'm at a loss for words a lot when I'm wandering out around these places that I've never been. I know this is kind of a weird thing, but I think Poland has the best red of any like state colors. Like the Polish flag with the red and the white. The red is just to me the coolest red that I think I've seen in a national flag. I know that may be a little bit weird, but I'm a little bit weird sometimes. So this is Charles de Gaulle, and I'm very curious if Charles de Gaulle had this statue of himself erected at his direction. If you know Charles de Gaulle, you know I'm only being half sarcastic. The man had an ego.
Love's like that, it's such a blessing. I only advise.
Memorial to the partisans of Warsaw. This is probably part of the memorialization of the uprising, which we will get to tomorrow. But I'm pretty sure this is the area. But we'll get to that tomorrow. This is an overview day. I love this city. You may be wondering why there's a palm tree in the middle of a Polish street. Well, the palm tree comes from Israel and represents the Jewish people and Poland's connection with the Jewish people. Pre-World War II, Poland had the largest Jewish population in Europe. Over 3.5 million, I think, 3.5 million people who were Jewish lived here. The Nazis were very successful in eliminating this population. There was nothing left of it. So the palm tree symbolizes Poland's connection with the Jewish people. I think that's pretty. And it's unexpected that you would see a palm tree in Poland.
Baby, now we're strangers, just two people in a crowded room. I don't even.
Oh, those look good. If I hadn't just eaten 400,000 calories of sweets, I would try one. It's a cool building, cool looking building down here. See what it is. All right, not really that cool and not really that old. But looks like they have a burlesque show there. Oh well. Veering off the beaten path. This is even what that is. Pursuing every thread isn't always going to turn out well. It is what it is. Lviv croissants. Lviv used to be Lvov and was a part of the Kingdom of Poland. It was also part of the Prussian Empire called Limburg. And now it's part of Ukraine. I've been told to try this bar, Milchesny. This is a milk bar. These were like cafeterias popularized in the socialist period. Come and get cheap food here, inexpensive meal. It's too early, although they're open, but I'm not hungry yet. I was gonna eat here. My plan was to eat here. I'll come back here and eat. I might eat here tomorrow if I'm gonna be in this area tomorrow. But I definitely want to eat at a milk bar, for sure. The Nicholas Copernicus statue. So this is the science, I think, Polish Academy of Science right here. Very cool. I'm gonna go in this church for sure.
Heading up and I want more. Up so high, but then
So this is a memorial to the Katyn massacre, where the Soviets killed over 20,000 Polish military officers after their re-invasion in 1939 of the eastern part of Poland. The Nazis took the western part of Poland, Soviets took the eastern part of Poland, and during that time they marched thousands of Polish military officers into the Katyn forest and executed them and buried them. The Nazis weren't the only ones committing these acts. Our allies were too.
baby, we go on and on. Say we don't care, but it's so dumb. Up so high, but what it's worth. In so deep with no reverse. Know that we need it. Know that you feel it.
You can never forget about old JP2 when you're in Poland. John Paul is everywhere.
Oh,
I always enjoy the beauty of churches. I'll go into every one of them I see. But as a recovering Catholic and knowing all of the things that the Catholic Church covered up, from assisting the Nazis to child abuse when I was going to Catholic school, I have my opinions that differ from my parents. Let's just put it that way. There are things that I can't ever forgive, and the things that are, to me, that are unforgivable. And not only that, I don't, I have a whole problem with, I don't talk about religion very often on here because, you kind of shy away from controversial topics. I posted something about not believing in heaven and hell, and I got a comment about go read the Bible, and I'm like, I have. Don't mistake my non-belief on non-education. I am very educated on this subject. But I don't know if I believe in God or not. If there is a God, he's not the God that these people pray to. If there is a God, he's not a judgmental. It's not a judgmental thing. Why do we gender God? Because religion is a system of control. That's why we gender God. But I don't want to talk about religion. It's a very beautiful church. But JP2 holds a different place in my mind than most Polish. This is so beautiful. I am loving this very much. I've got to let my camera charge for a little bit. Battery's almost dead. I really would like to get a few more batteries. There's a Media Markt here somewhere. If I run across it, maybe I'll go buy some new batteries. I really could use them. I only have one. I used to have like 3 or 4. I don't know where they all went. In the immortal words of Doc Holliday from Tombstone, Frederick fucking Chopin. I guess this is where Frederick Chopin went to school. I think he lived here for a while. I don't know if that's him or not, but I think this says he lived and studied on the campus of the University of Warsaw from 1817 to 1827. I am really good at reading Polish when there's an English translation right below it. Another church. Of course I'm going in. You don't even have to ask.
Reverend Jack laying half naked underground, bitten by a rattlesnake he bought from a traveling circus before it went down. He was honoring Jesus with his rattlesnake dance.
Okay, I didn't know this. I just realized this today. I am here on the anniversary of the Warsaw Ghetto Uprising. I've been seeing these people wear these yellow flowers that look sort of like the Star of David, which is symbolic of the Warsaw Uprising. I did not know that. I should do the ghetto walk today. Wow. I know tomorrow is another day of infamy, but I did not know today was the anniversary. Wow, 81st anniversary of the Ghetto Uprising. Wow. If I am translating this right, this looks like something for Herbert Hoover, which seems like a weird person to commemorate, considering he basically was responsible in a lot of ways for the Great Depression. But okay, maybe there's some deeper meaning there that I don't know. Let's see what this is. Okay, he wasn't responsible for the Great Depression. That's stupid. But a lot of his policies certainly did not make things better. Okay, so Herbert Hoover initiated aid for Poland after World War I. Okay. Okay. I get it. Fine, I get it. I'll back off on my Hoover hatred. Isn't that interesting, though? How somebody can have two completely different meanings to different people? Me, I don't particularly hold Hoover in high esteem, but he was very important to this area. So that's interesting to me. So we're coming into the old town now. Anyways, and there's a Hard Rock Cafe. That might be indicative. I don't know. It's pretty though. Looks like there's perhaps a football stadium out there. I think this is the palace. I have it on my list to go and see the palace. I might do that tomorrow. We'll see. I'm very tempted, since today is the anniversary of the ghetto uprising, to do that, what I was planning to do today, but I don't know. What I think I'm gonna do is, after I do this, I'm gonna grab some lunch somewhere, and then I think I'm going to go find that English bookstore, and then maybe take a little break, and then come back out. We'll see.
City on the back of her pale white horse, on fire, pressing on for Armageddon to come, saving just
Lots of statues of fighting guys in this city. Very rebellious people, the Poles, the Polish. A lot of pride that comes in their history, and I get that. They fought and clawed for centuries to have a place of their own, so I get that. All right, it's 11:30 in the morning. I've done 10,695 steps. I think it's time for a break, some lunch, and then maybe I want to go find that bookstore. I think I'm to the end of this place. There's a Polski pierogi. I'm so afraid everything in here is going to be super touristy and not great, but I'm a tourist, so what are you going to do? I'm going to go try this place over here. I really want some soup, I think. I don't want a heavy meal, but maybe some soup and some pierogi would be okay. All right, this place is probably super touristy, but that's what we're gonna do. It's fine, I'm a tourist. I want to get some pierogi. 35, God, that's not cheap, is it? 7 times 4, 8 times 4. So I think I'm gonna get the sour rice soup. The rule is never eat somewhere where there are photographs on the menu, but whatever, I'm doing it. I think I'm gonna get this served in bread, and then I'm gonna get some pierogi. I'll see if I can do like a mix. Okay, so this is soup and a bread bowl. Already suspicious. Tastes pretty good though so far, but let's see. Pretty good. It's a little bit sour from the, I guess from the sauerkraut in it. It's pretty tasty. I like it. Always listen to your instincts. Not great. It's okay. But this is very touristy, I think. I shouldn't have come here. Oh well. Here are the pierogi. I got them fried. Next time I get them boiled, when I go to like a real place. But we'll see. First bite, I think this is, I got a mixture of like all the ones I could. I think this is supposed to be really hot, so I'm going to give it a chance to cool off a minute, and then we'll give it a shot. So we got spinach and cheese. It's fine. Don't taste any spinach, really, just taste cheese. Really hot, very fried, very oily. You know that feeling you get when you know you're making a mistake and you do it anyway? That's the experience I just had. That was not good. I think I'm gonna go try to find that bookstore now, but I see this bar and books, which I'm gonna go see what that is real quick. Okay, so it just appears that it's like a bar. I think I'm gonna wander through here for a second and then see if I can find that bookstore and maybe get something sweet to get this flavor out of my mouth, because it wasn't great, honestly. Very disappointing. I mean, I knew it though, so it's my fault. All right, I get that I am in fact a tourist, but this is like wicked touristy. I'm not feeling this like I was feeling the other area. Not at all. All right, well, I guess I do need to go in this church that I just stumbled on. That is obviously not something you just stumbled on. This is very, very touristy, but we're gonna go in here because it's a church. All right, so I guess this is called St. John's Church. I don't know, I can't find it, doesn't have a name on it. I don't know. The problem with churches, they're beautiful, but kind of like once you've seen like 3 or 4, you've kind of seen all of them. All right, now I'm gonna head to the tram. I think it's a tram that I'm gonna take over to get this bookstore. It's like 35 minutes away, apparently. All right, it was a little bit of a journey to get out here, like 30 minutes. We'll see if it was worth it. Shouldn't be that far going back to the hotel though. Okay, so to the main store, 100 meters. Here are discounted books. Okay, well, we'll come back here. We'll go to the main store first. All right, here we are, the bookstore. Holy crap, look at all these books. That place made me wicked claustrophobic, and there was like no rhyme or reason to it. Like they were not, nothing was alphabetized, there was no sections. Yeah, long trip out here for nothing. But I guess if you live here and you're looking for an English book, it's a good place to come, I guess. I think I'm gonna go back to the hotel for a little bit, take a rest, and then get back out.